To quote Nick Pegg, Gordon has been amongst the most internationally recognised consultant physicians at this hospital for the last couple of decades, with wide expertise and extensive publications in the practice of medicine, especially safe ward rounds and systems of care. For those that don't know, Gordon trained in Oxford, London, Newcastle and Edinburgh, and was appointed a consultant physician at Worthing Hospital in 1993, the year before I qualified for medical school. And Gordon, you are one of the most creative clinicians I've ever met. I received another excellent quote about you from Matt Thompson, who described you as one person who, rather than complaining about something, actually does something to try to improve it.
Yes.
And you have undoubtedly improved care and safety for your patients and for our local population. You leave a legacy of a wonderful diabetes service and diabetes centre, and it's hard not to be jealous when one walks through the home field department. But Gordon has been involved in many other things. He's a great enthusiast for education and training, and was Director of Medical Education and Clinical Tutor for many years. He was also Associate Professor of Medicine at the American University of the Caribbean for several years. Participating in the training of many international medical students, and Nick was saying that's the university that provides the most medical students to the United States. I think it would be fair to say that you're not always fettered by a corporate view of things. But you say what you think and feel to be true. You advocate equally for patients and for staff. And as an example, Gordon was unafraid to contribute to the conversation nationally about the junior doctor's contract. But to me, one word sums you up, and that is innovative. You told Roger Duckett and me about the Toyota Way years before the Trust went to Japan, and you've been responsible for the design of many critical systems that have improved patient care without requiring the workarounds that others seem to need nowadays. You designed the OA letter finder, as I understand, the electronic whiteboard, and the ward round reports that we all now use on a daily basis across the inpatient wards. As Nick said, Gordon's internationally renowned for his work on patient safety, and the structured ward round particularly with the structured ward round, and has shared his knowledge and enthusiasm across the United Kingdom, but also abroad. And as a result, he was responsible for John Berwick and many other highly influential people from the world visiting his ward. On a personal level, I often think of Gordon when I look at notes trolleys. Gordon kindly donated us the first version that he had designed to use on Beckett Ward when it used to be the frailty unit, and we affectionately called it the Gordon. Whenever I go anywhere else in the country doing frailty work, you're the first thing people say when I say where I'm from. You're a force on Twitter. It's fine. You're a force on Twitter, and many respect your contributions. Your connections across the world are outstanding. I've sometimes had to mute you on Twitter, as you are quite prolific. But I'm immensely grateful for your unbelievable networking powers, including connecting us with Professor Rockwood in Canada, who's helped us develop our frailty identification processes across the Trust. You also have great staff focus that isn't only about juniors, but in addition to your multidisciplinary team, and everybody who has come here tonight that clearly feels that you have that focus, and I can speak specifically for the Dome consultants, who I know have found you very supportive over the years, particularly through the appraisal process. Gordon, you have unquestionably added immeasurable value to the hospital and the trust, both to the local population who you have cared for, the staff you have trained, and those of us who have worked alongside you. It's been our privilege to work with you, and we will all miss you. I'm sure the multidisciplinary team will miss you, all of the staff that are working with you on a day-by-day basis, but I guess most of all, your patients will miss you. You leave a legacy behind, and your skills will be hard to replace. I wish you all the best in Scotland, and I'm pleased you have an opportunity to do something different and make your mark in another part of the world, but I'm pleased that through Twitter and other media we can remain connected. And I have a token of our respect and appreciation to present to you. Come on. Oh. Thank you. To finish, I'd just like to raise your glasses to a toast to Gordon. Gordon. Well done, David. Thank you. Thank you, David. I've just got a few short words to say. Really, thank you for coming, and everybody who's here tonight. I've enjoyed working with you, and I think you've come because we've enjoyed working together. There have been difficult and dark times during my career at Worthing Hospital, but the lasting memories of what we've done together. You've all supported me, and I hope during the evening I can get round and tell each person what they've done to support me and help me during my career here. But whilst earlier on in the evening I was trying to think about the people who I perhaps remember most, and I say to Mark earlier on that Mark Signey and Pat Broadhurst and John Bull particularly made sure that they recruited the right people into this organisation. So I think one of the reasons we became an outstanding organisation a couple of years ago was the work that Mark and John and Pat and then later Mandy Atkinson put into making sure we got the right people, and what a tremendous group of people we got here tonight. And so the recruitment of the new staff is so important. Then my memories and thanks go to all of you who seldom get recognition. Is Jackie here, my first ward clerk, my first clinic clerk? Jackie was a tremendous support to the clinic. She always made sure the clinic was full, that if I had an empty appointment, she'd drag somebody in off the streets and make sure I was working. Sandra, my secretary for so many years, who kept the whole business going, and Sandra's pretty much a world expert on management of thyroid disease now, organisation of outpatient care. Angela, my receptionist, who makes everybody so welcome today into the department. David, our cleaner, I don't know that he's here. He always in at 7:30 each morning gives a good start to the day and a bit of fun to the beginning of the day. And Diver, I don't know, is Diver here?
She'll be here later.
Diver's going to be here later. Diver Jenkins, our ward clerk up on Castle. Tremendous person at organising the ward, keeping the ward calm, helping out. And David was talking about the VIPs who came to the hospital. They didn't know that I used to do the Diver test. So when they came into the ward, I'd introduced them to Diver as the ward clerk and told them I thought she was an essential part of the ward. And if they paid attention to Diver and listened to her and gave her the respect that she deserved, I thought they were all right. So both Don Berwick and Bruce Keogh, when they came to our ward, they got top marks for speaking to Diver as our ward clerk. So all the people who give us all the things we need to be able to look after the patients, our cleaners, our ward clerks, our HCAs, the staff all throughout the postgraduate centre, all the people who are giving that support, everybody in the diabetes centre, all the people who usually go unrecognised. You probably expect me to speak about the doctors, but it's all those people. Jane at the back there, who's so smiling when every time anybody goes into the postgraduate centre and welcomes them. These are the people I've worked with and who we've done so much together. On the doctor side, today I bumped into Raj Patel, who used to be my registrar, and he was studying in geriatrics. Raj criticised my ward rounds so robustly that they completely changed on the basis of what he said. So to have somebody who's critical and
and telling you to try things a different way is important. Roger, who I can remember being lambasted for his ideas that patients were customers who ought to be treated with respect and welcomed into the department. Roger taught me so much about that customer service and customer focus. Kate Steele, who's had to leave already, she was great stalwart support during modernizing medical careers and helped me again through some very difficult times, and only today was teaching me how to put chest drains in again today. So thinking about this hospital that I've worked in for these 24 years, it feels like a family. There are difficult times, there are good times, but you're a tremendous family, and together we can achieve so much. David, you're saying about things that I left behind, like office automation, without which Evolve wouldn't work, but Evolve doesn't work The one thing that I'd like to leave behind would be that everybody tries to personalise the care of the patient. Just remember one personal, individual thing about the patient, and in your handovers, your letters, referrals, always mention something personal first. So if you come to Castle Ward, you'll see that it says, this is a retired car salesman. This is somebody who repaired jumbo jets. Just something personal. If I came back in 5 years' time and found that was what you were doing with every patient, was leaving something personal, talking about something personal with patients, that I would feel was a legacy that I left behind. So it's been a ball working here. I really like it, and it's a great evening. Thank you.